Alright, let's do this. Oh, it's the other way. Yeah, this time I made this timing real tight. There we go. I made this the fastest I can possibly can, but this happens in matches. I'm on hit. He has +6, and I can sidewalk. +6 is not enough. Like, +6 is a lot of advantage on block, but that's like a small annoyance of Lars. Like stuff like that happens in matches. I can't think of every situation, but that's just an example of bad, you know, stuff that's bad with Lars that I just can't stand. Let me go back to him and let's see here. I just picked Hey Hatchet. It's the default dummy here. Alright, so anyway, as y'all see, like his down, we said with down back 2, side entry track sidewalk. Yes, it would track it, but that's only in that extension though. Yeah, basically what it needs, Mr. Nowser 9, it needs more tracking. It doesn't need more. The frames is fine. +6 is a lot actually, but the tracking is bad. You know, how would you be able to move around on hit? Like that shouldn't be happening to where you forced to commit to give up your turn, but with back 1. +8, -8 on block. Yeah, they made down back 2, 15 frame startup, and it's not a launcher. What, talking about this right here, Wixels? A tracksuit on Virgil. I can't do it, G-Tekken, cause it's like the mod is based on the part of, it's like an outfit mod basically. You can't have 2 different suits on them. I can do another little combination though, but you know. But yeah, so also y'all know, look at that, the damage. This is on counter hit. Let me take counter hit off and alright. All you get is 20 damage. 20 damage off of this. And it's a low high. So you know what happens if somebody blocks it. Y'all already know, right? You know, against a Hatchet, you know, he can't really, you know, he can do a duck electric, or he has to do a crouch cancel electric, so I'm not even finna do all that, because I don't even know how to do all that with Hey Hatchet. I'm not a Hey Hatchet player, but you get the point. So, if I do this to be safe, to have a low that hits, well, that's terrible range on it, but I hit right here at range 2, I guess. That's all I'm gonna take, is that much damage. That's it. Because I don't want to do the other part of it, because you can't hit confirm to make sure. So there's no hit confirm, you have to commit. So I do both hits, that's it. And he's negative, you see this right? -1 on hit. Oh yeah, I do have rage on, so it's actually weaker than that. Okay, y'all see right? So see this damage. Like, what is that? And then this right here, 19 damage. Unparable, please. It's a shoulder. Yeah, this is rough right here. That's like you at range 2 pretty much is where it's gonna hit. And -1. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's okay, but it's actually pretty bad when somebody is actually sidestepping. It's down for a 4 is just beyond trash. Look at that. I'm up here kicking, almost kicking his hurt box. And yeah, but that's trash. We're not even gonna talk about how useless that is. That's not even gonna be talked about. But yeah, so And then also, basically, it's like Lars is down for one. It's Energy Model. Thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to my screen. All right. You got you on PC yet, Energy Model? I think you do got a PC. I'm sorry. They ain't giving enough plus on it. Basically, Wixels, how you say it? That's one of the problems they have with Lars is that they didn't give him enough plus frames. Same game. Okay. Yeah, they didn't give him enough plus frames on anything. This right here is just +1. That's his best low, period. Like, undisputed best low. And then you have to lose frames. See, startup frames, you see it's 18 frames. 18 frames startup. But think about how many frames it takes to come out. So you're looking at 18 frames, but you also have to count the frames to actually go into the crouch to be able to do the move. So that turns into a 20-something frame low attack. And then you only +1. And then when you do the +1, people, you know what +1, people can sidestep you, people can backdash cancel. They can pretty much do anything. Sometimes they can beat you out if your timing is bad, just completely beat you out your next move. And sometimes when he hits with it, he makes the character off axis, and they actually can out jab me because they are partially off axis. It happens all the time. Also, his rage art. No, when you do his rage drive and his back against the wall on certain moves, the move completely goes. Completely just miss and goes to the side. Like his rage, you know, there's a lot of characters that do that, like Master Raven, and I think Lil Maz can tell me other character. I think it's King sometimes too. If they do, they raise rage art and they back against the wall, it completely misses the whole character. They need to fix that because it's a lot of times where I could have won the match. And he just completely does the animation and goes to the other side of them. They get a free back combo or a back launcher because it completely whiffed. That's like a complete annoyance of Lars. That, and also he doesn't have any good hit confirms as well. You know, this is only hit confirm, y'all. This pretty much is it right here. This is a hit confirm. That's it. And obviously on counter hit, this is hit confirmable on counter hit. You see that little small delay in it? But that window is so tight, it's almost not even considered a hit confirm. Because online, that's like impossible. You pretty much got to mash it out online, which is pretty much the state of Tekken right now. So why did they make a hit confirm that's not even a real hit confirm? Because that's like the only window you have. There's no other window. If you don't time it right there, it's not gonna hit. And then you do that on hit, and then it's not even a launcher. It doesn't do anything unless it's on the wall. Yeah, his back two string. So this is a hit confirm. That's it. Like, why would you even do that though? Like, if you did this, well, you could have did like a million other moves that's better than it. If you even think to do that move. So. That's another terrible thing. And then this is a terrible frames for nothing. And then the only other moves he have is this right here. That's it. Like, what is this? Just so if it's on block, they just duck it and get a full launch on you. It doesn't do anything. Like, what are you supposed to do right there? Like, it's just useless. Then you got you know, we already talked about how useless that is. That's not even in the move list. Don't even look at that. And also, you know, like I said, this here on counter hit, this is +4. That's not that good. +4 is really not that good in Tekken. Like, that's pretty much all you can do is just do another one. And sometimes pretty much even on hit, I mean, on hit or whatever, sometimes characters can actually beat you out of it with sway moves and things like that. Like, for example, I get hit by, I think with Dragunov, like what I was just doing actually, I think he's one of them that I can actually do this on hit, and I think he can do a sway move and beat out the next one, I think. I can't remember. Either that is on block or something, like you try to pressure somebody. I can't really be sure on that right now. I just can't remember. It happens in matches where I'd be like crap, but you know. Then we also know how bad his down back 4 is. you only lose that much damage right there. That's it. 17 damage. 17 damage for, and then if somebody blocks it, because they already know, you know, the range, you know, pretty much at this range, even though it's still not hitting, pretty much at that range, they know that's the only thing you can do is do that. So, because everything else he has at this range is pretty slow, like besides that, but you know, that can be sidestepped. So, you said what was that back one tailspin counter here on season 1 and 2 and they changed it? No, it was never tailspin, Wixel. It was definitely not. All it does is does that whack thing right there. You get nothing guaranteed after that. Nothing at all. It's just that. Only time you get something if they pressing buttons. If they press buttons, you can do that. And that's gonna hit. That's only if they pressing buttons. If they just lay there and don't do anything, then you get nothing free. Unless this is the only thing you get. Like if you do back one and they don't get up, that's the only thing you get. And you see you have to go into a stance first just to do the move. But you got characters like Kazuya and various other characters just going around just constantly hitting you on the ground. Armor King stomping on you and you have to get up. Bafakurum can do 4 for 1+2 into Oblivion. Just with no stance, no nothing. Just keep hitting you off the ground. You have to get up to take the next mix up. Lars, you have to do this right here and do that. You have to go into a full stance. So that's like 20 some frames per move to knock them on the ground, to keep them on the ground. And it only works good if they're not trying to get up a certain way. Because if they tech roll, it's going to be off axis. And you're going to end up whiffing. Sometimes you end up whiffing the entire move on wake up. It just happens that way sometimes. And then, you know, it's just terrible. It's like annoyances with Lars. Like, why can't he have a move that just hits you on the ground? Down back 4 needs to be faster. I would definitely say that if they're gonna keep it the way it is, it needs to definitely be faster. And but also it needs to not be launch possible. Like, what is this? Like on the move editor mod that I can turn on at any time. This move cancels into silent entry. At least make it do something if I'm gonna die for it. Do something. Give me some kind of mix up, even if I'm gonna still die, because even if I do the down back 4, it's gonna automatically stagger, but they need to take the stagger out completely. Make it do something. You know, make it a real mix up. If it's gonna take this much little life, that's it. That's all it takes, and hope of a counter hit. But you got other characters in the game that got counter hit lows that do, like, you can get full counter hit lows, but if you block it, you don't die for it either. You know, Leroy, for example, has one. He can at least get a full combo. He can do down back 4. He got a down back 4 as well with Leroy that gets a combo starter. You know, it's different things like that. And it's other characters too that get combo starters. You said leads down 3 is also launch possible and is minus on hit. That needs to be fixed then, Mr. 9. I don't even know what that move is, but things like that needs to be fixed. Paul do too. Yeah, that's, you know, just annoyances with like Lars. Like this right here, just +6. And then you out of range for a lot of things sometimes. Yeah, they can backdash cancel that right there as well. Yeah, but that move sucks. It's so slow. Like he's saying it's so slow. He literally saying it with the Virgil mod. It's slow. Like, what does it do? It doesn't do anything. Make it knock down, do something. His hell sweep, same situation. You just +3, that's it. And you know when the fast thing I can do, you know, is just a jab. And, you know, down for a 1 maybe to stop people, but people can backdash cancel. Soon as you know, people get hit by that, they backdash cancel or just backdash. You don't even have to backdash cancel, just mash back. And I'll do this or a jab, and he can get a full launch on me just for the whiff. Yeah, course over 4-3 is retarded, little margin, and then he don't get launch points for it. So at least make this a wall stick, a wall bounce, do something. Make it do something. But you got people like Kazuya, Jin, all of them got hell sweeps that do something. It breaks the wall. It does something. It knocks you down. It can be a potential combo starter. This just and then, but just that's all advantage I get, and then you left standing. And thing about Lars, his frames, he doesn't have that's too low of a frame advantage to make it matter based on what moves Lars have. So let's say if he does get a counter hit on something, his counter hits are trash. Because the fastest counter hit I can get on a +3 is this. And that doesn't do anything. So he needs something to keep consistent offense. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do about this in the future or the next season. I don't know. But that's just a small annoyance with Lars as well. He doesn't have consistent frames. He can't keep offense without it being fake pressure, if that makes sense. People make, it's fake pressure. Things like this, they're right there, fake pressure. Things like this. He loses turn, like he said, on a lot of things. Like all this, that's fake pressure. I can get hop kicked in between every situation of this. I can get hop kicked. This, I can get hop kicked. It's like all of it is fake pressure. Or I can get sidestepped. I can get sidewalked in between all of these. If you can sidestep, all you gotta do is do a small sidewalk and lunge. So it's fake pressure. Even on hit, it's fake pressure. Unless I do this. This is the only one I think has the most frames to where you actually have to take the mix up right here. Because it's +11. This is +11, so you have to take this mix up. You pretty much have to take the mix up at this point. On hit. With back 3. This, no. That's all you get is +3. Fake pressure. See, this as well. Fake pressure. +6 is still fake pressure. They can sidewalk me or just hop kick me, anything. Back 3 is the only time he can do and assert this move, and that's only on hit though. On block, which like I said, you cannot hit confirm at all, so you die. So that's why Lars is bad as well, because he can't even keep good offense. And then this right here this is actually pretty good frames right here. That's pretty good frames because they're left, crouching. So they can't beat you out with +5 and they're forced crouch. Things like that. You're a forced crouch, so you can actually beat them a whole lot on things like that. They can't do really anything at that point. Well, on hit, but you have to do, like I said, stances or do all this just to do it. Instead of, if they gave him silent entry, just straight up do it, like make it a core circle forward motion, something. Just, I don't know, whatever they got to do to make that just be done normally. That would be godlike. Let me do something here. All right, let's see here. One second, y'all. All right, so we finna do a little modifications here with Lars. Why are we sitting here? All right. So, see, if Lars able to do this, this would be godlike. Y'all see that, right? This would make the move useful. Just bam. This will make Lars extremely scary. You can automatically go into the stance at any given time. Look at that. That'll make that scary. He has neutral and just bam. Yeah, so things like that. And also, remember I was complaining about down back 1-3? Make it like that. And look, the frame advantage now. +3. Make it do something. Then this is low mid. Low mid. -12. You know, they can definitely do something like that. See, that'll make it so you won't die. He'll have a valuable low and he doesn't die from it. That's, you know, that's something that needs to be changed. You know, not dying after doing lows. And this, like this, for example, you see, like that's just terrible. But with the move extractor, you can do that. Make it do something. If it's gonna be that weak, just make it cancelable. It shouldn't have to no guard stagger, period. There shouldn't be any guard stagger on a low that's sorry. Like, it just shouldn't be at all. They've been going on a little too long with this low being death on block right there. For a low that does nothing. That's on counter hit. So, make it do something. Do that. That'll be a lot cooler when y'all think. You know, I can't. You said middle side entry 2 used to be 3 frames slower. Yeah, it used to be a little slower. Yeah, so now it's kind of a little bit harder to block, barely, but it's still seeable. You can pretty much see it. Like my brother, Lil Margin that's in here. One of our local friends, Shinblade, that beats me every single time I play him in every single tournament, leaving a spoonful of salt in my mouth. He blocks it every single time, and then does Steve's round stand 1-2, which that hurts a whole lot. And then, you know, some characters can actually launch them for doing it, like Kazuya. Like, it's actually launch punishable by Kazuya. You know, and then some other characters too. You know, I think Josie can launch it too. Josie can get a combo starter from Wild Rising on Silent Entry 2. Yeah, and then Mr. Now's name, exactly as you said, he loses his turn on almost all his mids. This right here, Terrell. Like Josie get lunch after that. And just, it's a lot of other characters. Lil Margin knows better than me. TK Cole, thanks for the follow, man. Yeah, Lil Margin definitely knows. Yeah, so as I was saying, also they need to make this not be in stance if it's gonna be a high attack. Make it just be able to be done instead of just having to go into 2 stances to do that move. Or like I said, if you can at least make it do that, like give them the ability to do this automatically. So that'll be a lot better. Then, you know, we all know this move is one of my favorite moves with Lars. We already know. You know, that was my ender for the Poe Chop, first to 25 ender. This is one, you know, that's my favorite move. Chi-Towns do what's going on. But make the move unbreakable. Make the grab unbreakable. But you got people like Akuma going around flipping all over the place, and you can't get out of it. And he has legit mix-ups. Why can't Lars have something? You giving him these trash moves. What is this? What is this? Like, that doesn't do anything. You can sidestep in both directions and it's predictable. Because you know at this range, what else can he hit you with? Because here, is, you know, that's going to hit. That's the only way. So if I'm at this range, at range, what, this 4? It's not going to hit. So, yeah, trash. And then on counter hit, it doesn't do anything. Then look at that, it didn't even hit. This is a moveset editor, y'all, so ignore that right there. That would be actually make his you know, power up game useful. Because he already got a power up that does something. Make it useful. Make it do that or something. That'll give that animation right here something to use it with. But you hit with this here, and all he gets is this. But like I said, it's predictable. He doesn't have it back turn, Terrell. He doesn't have a back turn. You can't even grab him back turn. It's just gonna do that little effect right there. So yeah, it's totally just like it's just the break on that grab. All right, hold on. No, yeah, it does work, but anyway, that's the only way it's gonna be unbreakable. Who's gonna be back turn? Who's gonna do that? Either way it go, who's gonna be back turn? To let you gonna sit here in a match, back turn, and then come here and do that. Like, not gonna happen. Useless move. And on this right here, this definitely should be launcher. Cause look how many starter frames. The starter frame is 16 frames, y'all, and it doesn't do anything. With this the moveset editor on, but without the moveset editor on, all it does is just hit you with the first hit, and then the second hit come out and they block it. Death Meller, exactly. The buff Lars, like ASAP. So like I said, it doesn't do anything. Make it do something. This will make it useful. You'll see this a lot more, even though it's slow, because you can do Art Blast, or do that. It's a lot faster. So why you can't have that? It doesn't have really crazy pushback. Mr. Now's name. It's just some characters can't punch it anyway. It's not pushback. He's just far away when he finishes it. It doesn't actually move your character at all. But you can say it's a pushback, if you say so or whatever. But yeah, like I said, make the move do something. This right here, make it do something. See, this is an actual mix-up. See that's right here? Like that, this is a moveset editor. So that'll make people respect to block this right here, because they have a fear of this here, other than, like I was saying, that's all you can do is go into fake pressure. This will give a reason right there. Something like that will make people not duck. TK Cole, the single buff I give Lars is damage buffs all across the board. His damage is too pitiful. You got characters that's hitting you like a truck versus a Prius, and Lars taking little girl damage. He taking damage Lucky Chloe should be taking, and you got people going around like Gigas can't even take the damage Lucky Chloe do. What kind of balance is this? C-Book is going on. Lars want the coolest concept for a character. Yeah, you have to put in a lot of work. Appreciate it, Clubber Lane. So you have to put in a lot of work with Lars to win. It's like for every, I guess I have to put in 20% more work at high level than any other person playing with other characters. Back 3-4 is a puncher also be used for, but it's 16 frames. So it's not really a good punisher. It only works against like Death Fist. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it pretty much back 3. Sometimes it just depends on the range. But yeah, it's a combo move too. Lars Cooper, he's too weak to want to main. Yeah, and also his best punish for most situations obviously is 4-2-4, but sometimes characters recover crouching, or recover in a way to where you can only hit him with this move, so he don't have anything. So he can only do this. Athena is a prime culprit of that. So against Athena, she can be -12 or -13, but I can't get this at all because she's in a crouch state. So I have to, little margin, Lars is weak without walls. We ain't talking about walls. He's nasty with walls. With walls, pretty much everybody's strong. But without walls, open field, yeah, it's like, I can do more with Leroy. And Leroy is considered, don't even hit like a truck. And I can do more damage in open field. Because pretty much against men characters, all I can do is this right here. That's why I got the moveset editor on. I can't do it. From counter hit 4-4-1+2 6-8 without walls, but Leroy can do way more than that without walls, from a counter hit. Way more than that. It's like no question. These make this do something. This right here with the moveset editor, that makes that a wall bounce. Lars has no wall bounces. That's instant. None. None at all. He can only, this is his wall bounce. He has to go into stance to do a wall bounce. But you got characters just can straight up just bam, and you bounce off the wall and get a full combo. He doesn't have one at all. And then his only other wall bounce is this. He has to go into the stance and do all this. This is 27 frames. 27 frames for a wall bounce. Wixels, yes, if they brought the 4-2-1 wall bounce back, that'll be awesome. That'll give him something. Make the move weaker. This right here, like, that right there is 22 damage. Make it weaker to get the wall bounce. Make all that weaker. And Jack Russell, his lows, I've already went over that. His lows are pretty bad because we were just talking about it. I'm gonna have to, because I want his low to be that. This is a moveset editor, so that'll make him have a low mid option. More dying, how you did? More dying and burst start. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, but basically the overall thing I'm trying to say is Lars needs more active frames on a lot of his moves. Make the knee do something. Not that knee. This is a moveset. That's a knee. So, because it makes it do that right there. Because that's something with the launch with a moveset editor. So, I have to do this again. I have to turn the moveset editor off. 1 second. Alright, there we go. This right here. That's all it does. You have a counter hit low that goes into that. Make it do something. It's terrible. His lows are not good, TK Cole. This is his best low. That's it. And look how many frames it takes. You have to duck first. This is the fastest I can do it. That's the fastest possible right here. And you have to do all that for +1. That's what I went over. It's terrible. And you can backdash or sidestep or anything on +1. You can just pretty much do whatever you want with +1. So you pretty much lose your turn. You have to guess on your advantage a lot with Lars. Because his frames is not high enough. Like even this, I have to guess. Because I could do something like a back one or something like that. But they can beat me out with jabs. Every single time. Like, let's say if I switch to, let's switch this around. Why is the execution way to do full crouch? You cannot do that type of full crouch instantly. That's the fastest you can do it the way I did it. Alright, so this is what I want. Alright. Alright, y'all see this, right? Y'all see this, right? Lars does not have a crouch dash. So I'm in a mix-up on my own advantage, as y'all clearly see. That's trash. So, like I said, I have to think of I have to get mixed up on my own advantage. I need something more foolproof. Oh yeah, I am Lil Margin's older biological same parent brother. So let's try something else. All right, I got it. I'm trying to bring this down. All right, whatever. There we go. All right, now let's see what else I can do. All right, we just stay with this. Oops, that ain't what I wanted. All right, in this situation, I can't do that. But look what happens though. Y'all see this, right? Alright, so that's like pretty much his best thing to do besides jab. If I do jabs, I will beat him out. But the problem is with that, I can just backdash. Like, let's say for example, that's an electric all day right there. If I knew how to do electrics. Alright, let's go. Yeah, y'all get the point. This on my advantage. On my advantage, y'all. On a hill sweep. Make it do something. Make him knock him down or something. This is like annoyances that I deal with every match with Lars. I have to do a hell sweep and hold my butt cheeks together because I don't want to get launched on my advantage. Like come on now. Exactly, little margin. So like we can even do let's turn it up a little bit. Uh-oh, -14. That's the only way that worked is because I tried to jab. I can't out jab him because I'm +3. That's it. But you know, but what can I do with +3? Look at this right here. Y'all saw that, right? Let me try this again. You saw that small side step, and I can get anything. Small side step. See, I did the quick side step. That's a stagger low. Yeah, that's a stagger low, C-Book. Playing defensive with Lars is not good because most people in high level is not gonna do anything either. So y'all both just gonna be just backdash, canceling, and all that. It's like, what can Lars do at this point? What can he do? When folks just running, they're not giving you anything, then what are you gonna do? He can't do a round running 3 that can be sidestep either direction. He has to basically do silent entry, dynamic entry and cancel. No, down 4 doesn't work at range 2 though. We talking about range 2 right here. What can he do when folks is just constantly just backdash canceling? Constantly. You know, I'm talking about high level when somebody is running from you until the time run out. That's their entire intention to either their gameplay is to turtle. That's it. There's also 10-day for a lot of Lars player. They start to get timid. Yeah, it's like it's rough. Run up and get lunched is what you mean. You mean the Claudio dog? You know, he look at his watch and say what time it is of the day. Up 4-4. Just for trying to run in. And especially online and you try to hold back. And you still get hit anyway for running up doing anything. Or get back 3 for holding 4-4 and try to hold back real fast and still get launched. That's the kind of stuff that I deal with Lars. Yeah, I've been loyal to this character. I'm gonna say this and I will admit to this. Lil Margin, the dude knows as well. I played Lars in T6 since release date. I was a Kazuya main. I played Kazuya and ride and died with him even when Jin was broken in Tekken 4. But Tekken 6, yeah, I've seen Dojin play Lars. He's retarded, you know, but he's still gonna lose because he's still playing with Lars. He has to work 20% harder than everyone else. But he's a whole different skill level. He's better than me. That's Dojin. He's better than me. So he's gonna make it look better. But because you know things that people give him, he's not gonna let him get away with it. So, you know, I have a different play style than him. I'm not Dojin. But that's just 1 out of a million people. See, the thing what make a character top tier is the fact that everyone can play with him at a high level without struggling. Kind of like, you know, pre-patch Leroy. C-Book, the thing about Lars in Tekken 6, what made him good is because the hurt boxes and hit detection was totally different. It was a totally different engine on that game. And so basically, like on this game, they're Soup Hater in here, thanks for the follow. So basically, the Unreal Engine makes it so that Lars has spherical. They call it, like, Lil Maja knows a little more about it. It's like spherical shape hit detection. So, and then the character models are a lot smaller on Tekken 7. So, yeah, his 10 frame is way nastier. Mr. Now's the name. So yeah, the hit detection on the characters, everything is just totally different on this game. Lars' character model was a lot bigger, so his moves tracked a lot better as well because he had a bigger hurt box. So his jabs had better range. Then you know they nerfed, like I said, the down bait 2-1 with Lars, so they made that terrible. So down bait 2-1, you like I said, it can be sidestepped, you know, on hit or on block if you try to do it twice, whatever. And his 10 frame standing, yeah, that's where it ends. But yeah, so and also Lars was good in Tekken 6 because his arc blast. Let me switch characters around. I just picked Gigas for no reason, so unless I think of something in a second that looks margin may know, I don't know. I just picking just because you just see the team sorry on the screen or whatever. But anyway, Lars is arc blast. It was negative 13 on Tekken. No, it was negative 12. Sorry, on Tekken 6. Now it's negative 13. On Tekken 6, it was negative 12. So some characters that had stronger 13 frame punishers, they couldn't do anything. You know, they couldn't do anything about it. And then also his up 4-3 had way more crush properties. It's pretty much invincibility frames at certain frames. His crush properties was retarded on some of his crushing on this move. So that made it way better. That made this move actually useful. It is slow. It's a 16 frame launcher. 16 to 17 frames. So that made it slower than a hop kick, but it actually made it do something. Now it really don't crush anything that a normal character's hop kick can't do now, and you die for it. You get lunge punished for something that's slower than a regular hop kick and don't really do anything. Tekken 6, okay, I can say, alright, he deserved to get lunge punished if he could beat pretty much anything. It beats almost anything. It beats back one from Steve. So I can accept it. But like I said, it's down back 2-1, way better tracking. Regular jabs. They made him have a jab game on Tekken 6 because the jabs actually track both directions. Gigas actually has better offense than Lars, and I'm not gonna deny it. His offense is better. He has way more plus frames on moves. The thing about Gigas, he can't do any good lows. His lows is pretty hot, but you know, Lars in Tag 2 was bad. I'm just gonna admit it. Lars was not good in Tag 2. He's better on this game than Tekken Tag 2. I'm sorry, it is what it is. The reason why Lars was good in Tekken Tag 2 is because he was a good fill-in partner. He filled in combos that pretty much, like he was top 3 in the game for tag crash filler, a tag combo filler or whatever. Because he had the move they took away from him. He had the 1+2 into the cancel, and you can do the full, all this right here on the wall, and then the other character finish. Like all it was gonna hit. Even the move they took away from him, all that was gonna hit on the wall. And then it allows the other character to do their ender after he do it. So imagine the insanity he had. And also, this right here, he can do that in between floats. And then the other character can end and do a wall, you know, a wall carry after he take him in the air with this. So Lars was like perfect for wall enders. I mean, you know, not wall enders, but you know, wall filler. So that's why Lars was used so much in Tekken Tag. So that's why they heavily nerfed him even more because of his usage. Because they was like, okay, what are we doing wrong? But the thing is Tekken Tag was a tag game. It was not for solo. If Lars was a solo played character in Tekken Tag, he would suck even worse. So like he's better in this game, frame rise and everything, than he was in Tekken Tag. Tekken 6, way better. He's just the best Lars, period. Based on, you gotta think about the moves that every other character had and the way the meta of the game was and the hitboxes. So that's what made Lars so good in Tekken 6. And also he had other little things too, but you know, pretty much like this here, having it is a counter hit launcher to do at any given time, that made him good as well. He doesn't have any counter hit launchers that's not built into a string right now. Like all his counter hits is stuff like this. He has to do the third hit for a counter hit. For that, that's a counter hit if you hit the third hit, and that gotta be a counter hit though for a launcher. This right here, that's it. Yeah, needs should be a launcher. Do something, or I don't know. That's what I already talked about. Needs to do something. This right here is the only counter hit launcher he can just straight up do. That's it. He has no other counter hit launchers. Cause you know this, you have to go into a crouch first, then do it. So you can't technically straight up do that. He can just do it. So that made him scarier. So that needs to come back. You do a up back 2 command, up forward 2. You see, that's just a nothing. Characters like Noctis can do up back 1, things like that. Make this move. Just if you don't want to do conflicting with this, this is trash move as well. Because you know it's a high crush at certain frames right here, as you can see. But in pretty much in matches, you don't want to risk that because, like I said, they can duck. They can pretty much duck it on reaction. That's like the most obvious duck launch in the game because they didn't make it hit confirmable. They should have made this hit confirmable. Like definitely make this hit confirmable. Make it do something. If it's gonna make it a high to die from, at least make it hit confirmable. At least if I don't time it right, I can die, and not just die every time. He said animation of back 4 counter hit would be a waste to remove it. 14 frame startup. Just do something. Yeah, it's just like I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna, you know, the season 4, they're gonna give him a new move or so, and they need to do something, you know, that's giving him better frames all across the board. That's what he really need more than a new move is better offense frames. Make to where people is forced to guess against him. Forced to guess. I'm not, like I said, I'm gonna have to, you know, tighten my build up and all that before I stand up just because I do my own offense. Or clench my butt cheeks together every time I want to be, you know, keep offense against somebody because they gonna sidestep me and get in my back, and the match over. Yeah, so yeah, and then he's so easily sidesteppable to his right. It's bad. It's like sidestep right just kills Lars. I mean sidestep to his left. I meant to say. I think it's sidestep to his left. He gets killed. I think that's right. Lil Maj can help me with that one. I can't picture it unless I'm, you know, pretty much sidestep right is what it is, basically. Just sidestep right, Lars, he's toast. And like I said, all this is fake pressure. We already discussed all of that, all this fake pressure stuff. And also, we haven't gotten into the worst thing they need to fix about him. Alright, and we all know what that is. Yeah, to Lars left. What is this? I'm gonna tell you, when I played, for example, I played Pochop. Basically our third money match was the last one I lost was our third money match, period. I was playing against him. It was several times that I did, you know, this right here, you know, or anything into this. And it's so predictable and obvious because that's the only thing he really can do, that he literally with Fakaram would parry me and get a full combo on me. Things like this just for doing this right here. Because you have to go into the move. You have to do something into it. All this and, you know, fake pressure things to do this. It's all fake pressure. You know, sounds like they making them guess. Yeah. And then the best thing he can do for a comeback is, you know, when he do that, and hope they don't know. They actually have to don't know. And, you know, do that. Do the unblockable. All of Lars' lower attacks are launch possible. All of them. Except this right here. That's it. That's the only one that you cannot launch punish. Every one of them, you die. This is, you cannot launch punish this either, but that's only if you do it by itself, which that takes no damage at all. This right here can be launch punished by a lot of people. A lot of the characters on the game can launch punish this. Some cannot. There's a few that cannot, but that can be launched. Obviously, we already know where this is going. All this can be launched. That can be launched. It's like this can be launched. This can be launched. Then obviously, you know, this not, you can't even count this, and that also could be launched. This can be launched by characters too. Like Kazuya, for example. The full crowds to use it. Full crowds to use what? Oh, this right here, dog. Like, yeah, that's too many frames. It's trash. Why can't you just make this move be able to be done normally? That's like a good quality of life change that he would need, wouldn't y'all think? Just to do this. This right here. And also, I didn't even talk about this right here, how trash that is. This doesn't do anything. It doesn't even track. Like, it doesn't do nothing but just hit him on the ground, and that's it. Like, that's it. Just hit him on the ground. But you remember, that's it. He has down 4, down back 1. Down plus 4 is a generic Tekken move. We can't count that, Terrell. And that can be launched too. Full crowds, down 4, 1 plus 2, up 4, 3, 4. Yeah, down 3, that's not even nothing. What is this? And this with rage, and it's taking 8 damage. Like, what is this? This probably will take 6 damage. Because if you finish this, you die. That's what I'm talking about. I just forgot to do it, but that's also launch possible if you finish it. Because otherwise, you're going to take this amount of damage. No, it don't matter if it's not negative 15, you still die for him. Because, like I said, he's going to launch you, or some characters can launch you. But some of his lows are actually pretty good against certain characters. Because they can't launch it. Certain characters only. Like, you can use this all day against certain characters. Because they can't launch it. So it actually makes it useful. You know, but across the board, across his lows, they're just bad. You know, that's just the point. It's like, he has lows that can do something. Yeah, it's not plus, it's just 0, 0. It doesn't do anything either. All you can do is sidestep. That's it. You basically lose your turn. Yep, so GVALT, thanks for the follow. Yeah, it's not fair. And then you got characters like, you said, well, Lars gets a slide. Hey, that would be actually pretty good. That's a fast low. And launch punishable Wixels. Yes, it definitely is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have any frames that matter. Yeah, that's my rant on Lars pretty much. And it's like, it's other things that's annoyances. I would have to, you know, I'm going to upload this on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to get into Rant for a minute. But this segment here, I'm going to put on YouTube for my channel, just, you know, just to pretty much show my pretty much annoyances with Lars.